Hello, hi, welcome to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Mouse or Andy. I've never done an intro before. I don't know why I'm doing it now, but hi. If you're not new here, you're probably like, what is she doing? I got a real camera and I don't know what to do with myself. I am gonna try and film this before I lose my light, which will happen in the next like 15 minutes. Y'all wanted a tattoo tour, so I'm gonna give you a tattoo tour. However, it is mostly going to be photos of my tattoos because I have some in locations that I can't show you. Let's dig in. Let's talk about my first tattoos. My very first tattoo ever was the C'est la vie on my shoulder. For a long time I really wanted je ne regrette rien. I don't speak French anymore, so I can't say that right, but that means I regret nothing, which now that I'm almost 25, I'm like, that is the stupidest tattoo idea you have ever had in your life. So I'm glad I didn't get that because I don't regret the tattoo that I did get. Essentially, I got such is life or that's life because my family's motto is life's hard and then you die and no one cares. It's just the thing that they've said my whole life, and that's what I got tattooed on me for my very first tattoo when I turned 18. The tattoo I got after, I believe, is this guy on my finger. I am not 100% sure, but I think it was that one. If it was not that one, it was the Triforce behind my ear. The reason I got the heart on my finger was because I had a jar of change, which I still have and still add change to, that at a time I just dumped into one of those coin stars, got cash back, went with my ex at the time, and walked into a tattoo parlor and was like, what can I get with this? The tattoo behind my ear, which I will try and get a photo of, it's kind of tricky to get a photo of, it is the Triforce from Zelda with Navi, the little fairy, behind my ear, because she always just says, hey, listen. Zelda was a big part of my life growing up. I played it with my brothers. My middle brother specifically helped teach me how to play. He would get me past like the really hard puzzles. If I'm gonna be honest, I just like to run around and talk to people. But now I actually play. I have not gotten the most recent games, and I didn't beat Breath of the Wild because I caught a horse and made it love me, and I was like, cool, the game's over now, right? But yeah, Zelda was always a big part of my life. My next tattoos were, what was next? It was my pizza tattoo. I do have a pizza tattoo. I got it with my best friend at the time, Claire. I will include a photo, obviously, but it is on my thigh, my upper thigh. And pizza was kind of our thing. Pizza's still very much my thing. I will eat pizza no matter what. And I was really sad when I got diagnosed with gluten intolerance because at the time there was not really any pizza options and they were all very expensive and I was very poor. So that was garbage. So we got it in honor of the fact that she always would make me pizza from scratch. And just kind of to honor our friendship and our love of pizza. Like, we ate pizza every time we hung out. I don't know when that started, but we did. My next tattoos were the addition to the C'est la vie, which was C'est la mort, which is such as death or that's death. So now it says C'est la vie, C'est la mort. It's also a Civil Wars song that I love a lot. In the same session, I got my rib piece. I don't know if you can see it. But it is in reference to the poem Body Love, which I can't think of who, the spoken word, I can't think of who said it, but it's I Know I Am Because I Said I Am, and also in reference to The Bell Jar by Sylvia Plath, because both of those books played a really big role in my recovery from cPTSD and my eating disorder and self-harm, all of which I struggle with and am in recovery for and have been for a little while. My next tattoos, what were mine? My next tattoos were these 3 triangles, I don't know, and an S on my ankle. I might have pictures of before with the S still. I'll explain in a minute. I got them with Claire and another girl. Then after that, my best friend became a tattoo artist, and I got 7 tattoos in 1 year. 7 or 8. Yeah. So in the first like month of Bella learning to tattoo, I showed up and was like, I want all of your flash, I also want to be your first cover up, and let's go. So she started with a tattoo on my foot, which is E414, which is Esther 414. It is the Bible verse, perhaps you were born for such a time as this. I'm not like hecka religious or anything, but that Bible verse means a whole lot to me. Then she covered up my S on my ankle, which was a really emotional experience. I didn't expect it to be so emotional. I almost started crying, and not because of pain. It was just like my best friend, this woman who loves me and cherishes me in the ways that I've always wanted a friend to do, is covering up a part of my life that maybe was not my healthiest. So we have a soot sprite on my ankle now. I'm really happy with him. I love my little soot sprite. And then I always see him when I cross my leg over my knee. I'm always like, oh, there's my little guy. So I do love that tattoo. Then I got my own ass tattooed on the back of my leg. It says, I cannot lie. It's my mom's favorite tattoo for some reason. I do love it, don't get me wrong, but it does lead to some interesting interactions from children and other adults. Yeah, I love that tattoo. And then I also got a pair of peaches, or no, I cut up open peach that says peachy at the bottom, and it is on the back of my hip here. Yeah, the one on the back of my leg, I would say, is probably one of my more painful tattoos. After that, in May, I got my tarot card on the back of my arm. That is my matching tattoo with Bella. Her mentor at the time did the moon piece and I did the sun piece. We always talk about having sun and moon energy and that kind of thing. And she was able to make a sun tarot card that was more feminine than most sun tarot cards are, because the sun as a rule is more masculine than feminine. And so that was really, really cool, especially with my love of tarot. So I loved that. She didn't show me what it looked like until literally the night before, because it was supposed to be a surprise. Like, I was supposed to walk in and be surprised, but yeah. Then my big guy here, which you guys probably see him a lot, is my Gemini piece. It is based on art by Amrit. I am probably saying her name wrong, or their name wrong, and I apologize, but I will include the art here and a link to their art down there. So I love this tattoo. I am very self-conscious about my arms, especially when I started powerlifting, and so to have a piece of art on a piece of my body that I'm very insecure about was really cool. Yeah, I really appreciated it, and I still appreciate it. I love it so much, and so it's covered with flowers, and I will be getting the gems in the head colored in with emerald, which is my birthstone, and probably a strawberry tourmaline, which is both Bella and my partner's birthstones. So, oh, before the big pieces, I got this, which is Beastie. Little Beastie is what Maleficent calls Aurora. It's also what Bella calls me, and it is also what my whole powerlifting side was named, was Beastie, Little Beastie. So there's that. Then after that, I got a tattoo right on my underboob of Good Grief in my mother's handwriting. It is from the song Good Grief by Dessa. Look it up, it's a really good song. You should support Dessa. And yeah, it's in my mom's handwriting. I did trick her into writing that on a piece of paper for me and taking it to Bella and saying, here, please tattoo this on me, I'm having a crisis. And that was my last tattoo, right? I plan on getting a tattoo on the back of my neck. It's gonna be very cliche. I'm not gonna talk about it because it's gonna be very cliche. I'm also planning on getting a phoenix tattoo from my thigh wrapping up to, it's gonna be big. And I need to have that consult with Bella soon when this is over. But yeah, so that'll be my big piece that I'm really excited to get. And then there are a bunch of like smaller pieces that I want. So yeah, I think those are the only other tattoos I have planned. The phoenix piece will be black and white line work, maybe with some hints of color, but more than likely just black and white line work with florals. Anyway, you guys asked for a tattoo tour. This was my tattoo tour. I will include photos of everything. I'm sorry to editing me. If you liked this, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Share it, whatever. Follow me on the Twitter, Instagram, YouTubes, whatever. That would be great. If this is your first video with me, I don't talk about tattoos that often. I talk about books. And I don't even have book tattoos. That's not true. The one on my ribs, that's a book tattoo. Anyway, I hope you guys have a great rest of your week. I will see you later. Please enjoy this. I am working really hard to be able to put out more videos during this time that are not just videos of me reading in the same spot for several days because we're in social isolation. Okay, I'm gonna go wash my face and get ready for bed.